There's a lady, she smells Parkinson's disease. Her husband died years ago. She smelled it on him, and 19 years later, he died from Parkinson's. Talk about a lot of pressure to be a normal person that can just walk in a room and smell how you're going to die.
Fox is going to make a TV show about this.
They should.
Sure. Yeah.
The smeller.
Yeah. This.
Hey, what's up? It's Michael Yo. Welcome to the Yo Show. Okay. First of all, we got some shows coming up this week. Would love for you to be there. I will be at the Miami Improv. All you Miami Hurricane fans, Florida State fans, Florida fans, come on out. It's going down Miami Improv this Thursday, April 3rd. And then April 4th, Kravitz Center. It's going to be amazing in West Palm Beach. That show is almost sold out. So excited to go to West Palm Beach. First time performing in this theater. Very excited. Get your tickets, michaelyo.com. All right, Rudy. That's Rudy right there. Great weekend, Minneapolis, Chicago. Incredible.
Man.
I was very excited. I just love the Parkway to get to watch you perform in front of your family, in front of your hometown. How was it for you?
The best. Man,
Yeah.
it was. I usually don't get too sentimental about stuff, but that was a big one, man. Like both those shows, both the Den, because I've wanted to perform there for so long, and then the Parkway, just because it's such a, I've been going to the Parkway for years. You go there to see shows, comedy shows, you see musicians. They run these cool little kind of kitschy shows that, none of the big theaters wouldn't touch, and it's just a cool place in a cool part of town. And it's right next to where, I lived for 15 years. I mean, 6 blocks away was my house, the house that I just sold to move to Vegas. So it was exciting. It was great to be there and to, have my family there and to, watch that room just come alive from start to finish. Elise Cole was great. And nerves were fine. I was more excited than anything.
I got you.
Yeah. And I think only because I knew in my head, I knew the set, but I thought just to help get the jitters out a little bit, I actually went early and ran my 25 minutes on stage to the empty house before anybody else got there.
Did you really?
Yeah. Just to kind of get it, because I didn't want that to be the first time that I did it there. And actually, to be honest, I kind of liked doing it because there was a couple moments that I had on stage just talking to the empty house where I was like, oh, that's funny. Like it just sort of came to me in that moment. So I think more and more, if I can do that when I'm on the road, if I can go and get set up and just ask the club, you guys mind if I just go up and just do a half hour on stage and just sort of do it, but then try different things and just kind of
like, are you on a mic too?
Yeah, I have a mic that I brought with me.
Okay, but you're not on house speakers.
Not on house speakers. I'm just talking and going through the beats and you know what I mean? It just, for whatever reason, it just felt really good. And I was like, oh, maybe, and it was the first time I've ever done that. And I thought maybe this is a thing that from now on, just to kind of help get you in the headspace. And, you can, especially when you're working out new stuff.
Yeah.
I did a new joke at the Den and it flopped. And I was like, oh, maybe we should have worked that one out a couple of times before you brought it to this theater. So, but no, it was great, man. Thank you again for having me. It was so special.
Man, you don't need to thank me. That was fun. It was great to meet your family. It was great to see you perform in front of them. I'm sure you got a lot of text afterward, people telling you they were proud of you.
Yeah, in fact.
And Rudy hates when people tell him they're proud of him. He hates that word proud.
Oh, man. One of my good friends texted me that he was proud of me. And I was like, I love you so much, but boy, do I want to throw your phone into a river. I was like, no. But anyways, it was great. It was great to be there and to have so many friends and family. And it was nice to like pack out a green room with everybody that you love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's great. Yeah.
That's great. And then we went to Chicago, and the Den. If you've never heard of the Den, it's one of the greatest clubs in the country. The way they treat you, just the energy in the room, it's incredible. Flying in from Chicago, I was on the earliest. It's I don't want to say scariest, but it was the bumpiest, and I fly a lot every weekend, the bumpiest ride I've ever been on in my life. I mean, where literally because I was 31D, because I flew American. So I was all the way in the back of the plane, and for some reason, I literally saw the plane almost do a wave. Like, because the back is kind of floppy. Mm-hmm. Literally, I saw the plane like do waves. Like, and nobody was, the people around me, they must fly a lot too, because they were just chilling. I was chilling. But what's funny to me is when the plane drops, people grab the seats. like that's gonna do something. Like it's so funny to me. Like there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Grabbing a seat, doing this, it does nothing.
That was flying into Chicago?
No, flying back to Las Vegas.
Oh, back to Las Vegas.
It was terrible. Man.
Yeah, I think I told you that flying in. Yeah, it's been insanely windy here for the last couple of weeks.
It's 50 mile per hour winds today.
We were landing. I can't remember where you and I were coming from, but on the flight, I don't think you were on this flight, but we landed, and the second that we landed, the entire plane erupted with clapping and cheers because it was so tumultuous trying to get out of the air. I mean, that was the only time where I thought, "Oh man, I should really send a text."
Because
to my
before you
children
said
quick.
it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah,
people clap.
Yeah,
but when it's a flight like that, nobody even clapped on my plane.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, "Oh, we should."
Yeah,
we should. Even the landing was like it landed on one. It went to the other side. It kind of skidded back and forth. I was like, man, this was. I even texted my wife. I was like, this is the craziest flight I've ever been on. It's almost like I'm glad I ride in Credicoaster with my son because this has definitely prepared me for it. It felt like you were on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
it was scary.
Yeah, last night I wanted to talk to you about this. Last night when my flight landed, there was an announcement that came overhead, and I'm just so. Why am I just so disappointed with the human race sometimes?
What happened?
I don't understand it. So they made an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, on your way out of the plane, there's somebody celebrating a special birthday today. And I thought, oh, okay, it's like a little kid or something. But then in my head, I thought, I didn't see any little kids on the way in. Like, I showed up kind of right before the plane, like before they shut those doors. I saw everybody on this flight. I didn't see any little kids. And then they said, I don't remember her name, but they said, oh, it's Clarice Smith's birthday today. Wish her a happy birthday. She's a comedian, and you can see her at Planet Hollywood on Thursday. And I guffawed louder than any. I don't think I've ever laughed that loud in public. I was like, "Who does this think she is? You get a promo? No. I was like, first off, I bet you are the least funniest comic ever because you are out there telling people it's your. Who do you think you are to tell
people? Have you ever heard of her?
No.
What's her name?
I have no idea. But there's a part of me that they said the show was on. There's a part of me because I have Thursday and I'm going to be at Brad Garrett's. There's a part of me that wants to see what shows are going and just peek my head in and go, okay, good. I know you're not.
I've never been, but I've heard it's terrible.
I was like, I don't know who this person is. And who do you think you are that people care enough that we want to celebrate your birthday? The whole plane has a birthday. Everybody on this flight at some day was born. Listen,
you're mad about the promo of the comedy rather than her birthday.
That kind of irked me a little bit. I thought, first off, what? You mean, you think anybody first off, most of the people that are on this flight, because it's a late flight from Chicago, they're half in the bag. They're going to Vegas. They aren't paying attention. It was like such a moment where I go, oh my God, like we are such a narcissistic group of people that we think people care enough that first off, it's our birthday and that we need to tell you, come and see me at my crappy comedy show on Thursday night.
That's you irked. Just being a hater, man.
Oh, I was so irked.
I wouldn't be irked at all. I would be like, yeah, I'm proud of that. She got a promo on a plane. Nobody's going to go, but she got a promo on a plane. That's great. Dude, she's working and she's hustling, Rudy. She's getting a shout out. What airline were you on?
Frontier.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
Anyone can get a shout out on Frontier. Frontier Airlines, we will give you a shot.
If the plane lands, we will give you a promo.
Yeah, we will give you a shot. Yeah, we'll give you a promo for your stand-up show. And then fast forward to a couple months, I'm going to be on a plane. I'll be like, Rudy Povich is performing. Totally still in the idea. Hey, what's up? It's Michael. Yo, all right, please do this for me. I mean, we got a lot of compliments about the podcast. This week in 15 minutes, subscribe, like. If you listen to it, it's on all streaming platforms. We really need your help. And please, if you want to leave some stars, we got some stars. Did you know we got some stars last week, Rudy? We got 50 stars. That's 50 cents, Rudy. Our show is worth 50 cents to you guys. If you want to leave some stars, that'd be awesome too. But please, what's free is subscribing, liking, and listening to the podcast. Thank you so much. I want to talk about this news story before I forget. There's a lady out of Scotland, I want to say. She's Scottish. She smells Parkinson's disease. So her husband died years ago. I think the story goes, he was like 22. She smelled it on him, and 19 years later, he died from Parkinson's. She's 72 years old. Her name is Joy Milan.
Okay.
Miline. And what's crazy about that is there was a big buzz about her that she could smell Parkinson's. So all she needs is a piece of clothing. She can smell like a disease on you. So scientists got her, and they made her test. So they had people wear clothes that some with Parkinson's, some didn't. And she got every one of them right except one. And they were like, well, you got one wrong. I think they said like 10 years later that person had Parkinson's.
Wow.
So now they're trying to figure out treatments. Or if she has this smell thing, how great would it be if they could duplicate that? Like just a test, like some type of test where you can know early stage before it even hits you. Like she was calling Parkinson's like 20 years before it would come out. She could smell something. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, the dogs that, they have these drug sniffing dogs, but why can't we figure out a way to be able to teach dogs how to, detect a tumor, detect something that's going on inside of people
Well, I think because it was never kind of known you could do that.
Yeah.
But there's a smell. Obviously, this lady, and maybe they can train dogs how to do it, but there's this keen smell she has.
I'd be interested to know what the smell is.
They described it. She was describing different diseases.
Really?
Like one of them smells sweet. It wasn't Parkinson's, but one of them smells like kind of sweet and buttery. And so when she smells that, she knows this person's going to have it or they will have it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Talk about a lot of pressure to be a normal person that can just walk in a room and smell how you're going to die.
Fox is going to make a TV show about this.
They should.
Sure. Yeah.
The Smeller.
Yeah, this starring Hugh Laurie. He's got nothing going on these days.
I know.
Get that big schnoz in there, bud.
Well, he was phenomenal in that one show he did.
House.
House. He was so good. But man, it should be a TV show, but that's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine what it would be like having people's lives like that in the palm of your hand.
No, in the smell of your nose.
In the smell of your nose, in the palm of your nose. It is, yeah. Like my mom nursed 42 years, and there were times where she'd come home and be like, how's the day? Lost Mrs. Whatever, lost Mrs. Galovich. It's how it happens.
It's an interesting skill, and I'm gonna call it a skill, to be able to see people die every day at work.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah. In fact, I watched one episode. I can't even got through the whole episode. I watched 12 minutes of a show called The Pit on HBO. And it's about a one day in an emergency room I believe it's in Pittsburgh. And I got 12 minutes in, and the first lady who comes in like fell on a railroad track or fell like on a train track and like snapped her femur.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like,
gosh.
I'm good. I don't need to watch this. I'm good.
Well, that's why I got offered jobs on news all the time. Like, where you got to report real news. It's just so depressing, man.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And the hardest thing is going to people's houses, did you know such and such? Like, who wants to do that?
Yeah.
Like, and I've told you this before, I don't even go to people's doors anymore. People get shot at doors all the time. I will call you just to make sure I'm at the right house, and you got to come out.
Yeah.
I will never walk. I will park on the curb and call you and say, come out and come to my car.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be somebody's accident. See, that's me being overly cautious, though.
Yeah, yeah.
But, dude, like, y'all think I'm kidding. Like, you walking. You know how many people get hit crossing the street in Vegas? Every day, somebody gets hit.
Yeah.
I valet. My wife is like, why you valet? Because I don't want to walk across the street in that area when you got people, crosswalks, it's dark, people not looking. No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
I keep head on a swivel. I feel safe with it.
No,
I'm all right with it.
I'm telling you, you're going to get hit, bro.
Listen,
I don't want you to get hit, but that's prime hit. Hit the person.
I'm diminutive. I bounce off them things like rubber balls.
Okay, we'll see. And if you do get hit, we'll replay this segment right here. You go, I bounce off like rubber balls.
Yeah. Well, listen, if I had a big schnoz, I could smell bad drivers and I would know. The other thought I had about today is, when we turn the corner with people who are a little too invested in their children?
You think we're turning the corner on that?
No. Do you know when we turn the corner? Well, because like when we were kids, our parents didn't really care all that much about us.
Well, I think it turned the corner because parents today are trying to be the parents they didn't have.
Sure.
So it turned the corner, like I would say my generation.
Yeah. You know how it happened? the stupid bumper sticker, proud parent of a quote unquote.
That's false.
Middle school.
No, that's false because our parents had that.
My parents never had
my
that.
parents, my mom, I remember she would look at me and go, well, so I'll never have one of those. It's like my kid's a straight A student. My mom literally looked at me and goes, see, I'll never have one of those.
Sure.
And that's what parents bragged about.
Yeah,
then.
it was the start. It was I wouldn't say it is like it wasn't full on, but that's when we started doing it. When parents started getting that little taste of, oh, I get to be a good person because my kid went out and did something. It reflects.
What's worse than that is the family stickers or your whole family on your window.
The stickers. Yeah.
Yeah, like why would
figure?
you tell everybody how many kids you got and what's in the car?
Well, apparently the reason why those things came out was because if there was ever an accident, they could look at how many people were on the car and go, okay, there's a dad, a mom, and 3 kids. But in the car, there's only a mom and 1 kid. So that's where I had heard. That's where this originated from.
That's just a weird thing to put on your car.
I agree. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. You don't need to tell me how many people are in my. Yeah.
And I wouldn't want you to know how many people are in my car.
Of course not. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I always found those stickers very weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like the one where like they had the stick figures, but then there was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex that was eating some of the stick figures.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty
They
good.
made fun of it.
Yeah,
they made fun of it. It was great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not much, man. Just what a great weekend. Have a good time in West Palm Beach and in Miami. I'm not going to be there. I'll be home.
We'll be sad. You got a daddy and daughters dance.
Daddy-daughter dance this weekend at my daughter's school.
So now, are you going to dance? What do you dress up in when you go to that?
Business casual.
You're not going to wear that hoodie, are you?
Nah.
Okay.
This is what I wore last year. She was very upset.
Who is that on your?
Louis Anderson.
Oh,
It's from Life is Louis. Look,
Never seen it.
Life of Louis.
Did you buy that or somebody gave it to you?
Yeah, my brother-in-law got it for me for
that's cool.
Christmas. But yeah, Louis Anderson's cartoon show from like the 90s was called
Really?
Life of Louis. And this was because it was him as a kid. And actually the first episode of the series, Louis Anderson and his family go to Lake Winnebagosh, which is where my cabin is. So kind of full circle moment that a Minnesota comic was going to the same lake that I have a cabin on. So,
there you go.
Yeah, love him. So yeah, but people ask all the time, and they go, "What is that?" And then when they go, "Oh my God, yes, I remember Life with Louis." That is, yeah.
That's cool, man.
So, yeah.
I need to start wearing. My wife is on my butt to start wearing different stuff. She thinks I should wear different colors under the black. My wife is like, every picture looks like you haven't changed and you're at the same place.
Yeah.
Because so I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do this year for you, baby. I'm gonna switch it up.
You know who it worked for? Not changing their clothes? Dr. Dre. He's Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, dude, Dickies owes an entire decade of sales to Dr. Dre.
But to be honest, I haven't seen Dr. Dre and Dickies in a long time.
I haven't
But
seen
he's
Dr.
super rich
Dre
now.
in a long time.
Yeah. So maybe if you wear Dickies, you just disappear.
There is a thing that came out because somebody had asked why Mark Zuckerberg wore the same thing every day. And there was a study that came out that he had quoted. He said, because the stress on your brain, just the stress of what you choose every day to wear, it's years of compounding stress.
100%.
So he's like, just wear the same thing every day.
I wear the same thing, but my wife was talking about more on stage. Like, just throw a colorful shirt under the black jacket. Wear the same thing, but just change it up the shirts. I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So she bought me a tan shirt, a blue shirt. So it's a new me when I hit the stage.
Well, when the paparazzi start coming around,
they never will.
They can't buy. That's the reason why I've heard like celebrities wear the same thing in LA every day, because if they go out and the paparazzi takes pictures of them, they can't sell those photos because there's already pictures of this person in the same exact.
That is genius.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why for like 3 years, Julia Roberts wore the same thing out every day.
That makes so much sense. Every celebrity, if you're an up-and-comer, do that. Wear this. Wow.
Yeah.
Then they can't sell it.
They can't sell it
unless you're with somebody.
Yeah. If you're out somewhere specifically, yeah. But if you're just like going to the store, like, oh no, we saw this photo 6 months ago.
Yeah, why would we buy that?
Yeah, it's just her at Whole Foods. Who cares? Yeah.
If I ever get famous, they'll never sell a photo of me. I would wear the same thing every day.
Absolutely.
I wear the same thing I literally have 40 of these shirts.
I've never not seen you in a black t-shirt ever.
That's right.
Ever.
Thank you so much.
Ever.
Thank you. And I got it from Steve Jobs. Actually, I didn't hear it from Zuckerberg. I heard it from Jobs.
Yeah.
He did it because, like, why? Why do I have to think about something so pointless?
I agree.
All black. Well, you wear a lot of color, though, bro.
I've been wearing these pants now for like 3 weeks straight.
You haven't washed them?
I wash them. No, I wash them.
Have you?
Yeah. No, I wash. No, because the reason is I wash them on Sundays. So I wear them for the week. And then when I get back from wherever we travel
wherever you're
from,
going.
and then because when I travel, I always just wear a pair of sweatpants or something light. And then as soon as I get home, I just take all the clothes, throw them in the washing machine, wash them on Sundays, dry them, start wearing them again on Monday.
That's cool. That's cool. Oh, and before we go, Adam Bloom, who has a phenomenal book. What's it called, Rudy? Tell everybody.
Finding Your Comedic Genius.
He is on the podcast. We interviewed him. He's going to be on in a couple of days. And man, this was a great section out of the podcast. We just want to show you a quick clip.
But I know a very successful comedian who's just quite talented, and I think if they were honest, they'll go, "Yeah, I'm very hardworking." But people look down on those people like they're cheating. I mentioned this in the book. Talent is free.
Yeah.
It's what you do with your talent you can be proud of. You can't sit around going, "I'm really talented, but I don't work hard, and that's why I'm not getting anywhere." You should be ashamed of yourself because talent is free.
I mean, what a great guy.
Dude,
he's changed your life, literally,
absolutely.
and mine.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this guy. So, so please check him out. Check out the book if you want to get into writing comedy. If you just want a good read of just like, I don't know,
you know what? I think the book helps out more than just comics.
I agree.
If you just want to go up and be entertaining in front of people and figure out how to put your words together, it's great for that. Finding Your Comedic Genius. Get the book. I'm out of here. Miami. I will see you this Wednesday. That's tomorrow. No, this Thursday. My fault. That's in 2 days. And then on Friday, West Palm Beach, I will see you. Also, some people hit me up at the shows. You want to see me and my wife do the Amazon podcast. We probably got one coming up next week where she just brings out some crazy products, so that'll be fun as well. We will see you next time. Rudy's at Brad Garrett's this week, and that's it.
That's
Through
it.
Thursday.
And then you and I don't go back on the road together until we're at Moon Tower in Austin.
Yep.
And then
Portsmouth, right?
Portsmouth. That we do that at the end of the month, and then
We do like 6 cities in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, and then but I think the 10th and 11th I'll be at the American Comedy Company in San Diego.
In San Diego.
San Diego.
All right. Who you with? Are you headlining or?
No, I'll be opening for Adam Carolla down there. So
that's great. Yeah. That's great. Love Adam. What day is that?
It's Thursday. No, Friday, Saturday. So I think it's like April 11th and 12th or 10th and 11th. One of the two.
Dope. What's up, Adam? We love Adam Carolla as well. All right. We'll see you next time. Later.